Am I the asshole for deleting my work on a project when I was forced to give my part to someone else? This turned into a mess RLLY quickly. I'm in high school, obviously online right now, and last week we got assigned a group project. It's basically a website, and each page is supposed to be on a different subject. Some pages have much more work than others, i.e. one page has 3 sections, another has 2, etc. My group had 4 members, so we all agreed to split it up and everyone would do a page. We were also supposed to do a video. We were assigned it on Tuesday, and our next class after that was on Thursday. I was doing page 3, and had made some pretty good progress, setting up the page and some subpages, adding links, and some content. It's worth noting that this took a while since my page has 3 sections and the most work. Nobody else had really started their sections since we have a few weeks. Basically we start on Thursday, get put into our breakout rooms, and start talking up the project and what everyone's doing. I say I'm doing page 3 and she goes, what? No, I'm doing page 3. You're doing the video. She had never brought this up before. On Tuesday, when everyone was making the pages for their section on the site. She didn't make the page for section 3, in fact, she didn't even do anything. She made the website and then ghosted us for the rest of class, with her camera aimed up towards the ceiling so we couldn't see her face and not responding to any questions. I told her she should do the video since I'd already made progress on page 3 and she refused. She was making a huge fuss over it, threatening to email the teacher lol, and my other group members eventually sent me a private message to tell me to just let her have it and do the video instead. Okay, I thought, and went off mute to tell her she could do it. She immediately changed her tune and perked up. Then I went onto the website and deleted my page completely because fuck her, she could set up her own page and do her own damn work. This is on Google Sites so it's not a huge thing and takes 3 clicks, but she started yelling at me and I basically told her to shut the hell up and she could do her own work like the rest of us. Class ended at that point, thank God, so I didn't have to listen to her anymore, and it's an individual grade so it doesn't really affect me. Now she's bitching at it to anyone who will listen and I'm wondering if I made a mistake and should have just let her have it? Not the asshole, let her do her own work. Why should she receive credit for your work? Page 3 is not your problem, you have now agreed to do the video. I am sure you will do an excellent job. Let her rage at you, to anyone who will listen, for deleting your work on page 3. Feel free to laugh as she explains why she is entitled to piggyback onto your work. Going forward, do make an effort not to be teamed with her, again. You are not the asshole. Not the asshole. She obviously just wanted your page because you had already worked on it and she thought it would mean less work for her than making a video. If she wants to do that page, she can do it all herself. Not the asshole. She fought for task 3. You maliciously complied and let her do it. All of it. Not the asshole and let your teacher know about this. It's supposed to be graded individually but your classmate might try to say you sabotaged her somehow. Not the asshole. What is she bitching about, exactly? That you didn't do all of the work for her? Not the asshole, could even go in our malicious compliance. Not the asshole, but email the teacher, have all you ducks in a row if she tries to pull anything. Not the asshole, I'd almost be suspicious this was done by her on purpose, assuming you would give her your half-done work and she'd end up having to do less work, so you did the right thing in deleting everything you did. The fact that she got super angry and is complaining to everyone makes me suspect that was her whole plot. Tell the teacher what happened, just in case. Not the asshole. She heard you were done, and she wanted to take in your work as her own. Not the asshole, but contact your teacher ASAP. She's getting toxic and is going to spin the narrative so she looks like the victim. Explain to them exactly how you did us. The first day she went AFK, tasks were assigned, you started on your portion, and now she demands the task that you had, and what you have done on it so far. She sounds like someone that's going to try and get carried her whole life. Shut that down now to protect yourself. Not the asshole. And I'd inform any interested parties that you aren't obligated to do this freeloader's classwork for her. Not the asshole. Also, if any of this is in text format, Email your teacher and explain the situation, with receipts. Not the asshole, but be aware that you may have social repercussions caused by this, especially if she has many friends. Have these texts saved to show the teacher if things get bad for you. If you don't already have it, send her a message and have her write about her cheating. NYA. Classmate got her way, got page 3. So she has to do page 3. What's so hard to understand about that? Enjoy going the video. I do hope that each assignment is attributed to each group member somewhere. Make sure you are signed up for the video. And I hope your interaction with your classmate is recorded somewhere to show that she claimed her job was page 3 and yours was the video. Not the asshole. She wanted to steal your work. You prevented that while giving her exactly what she was demanding. Well done. Not the asshole. I bet you she argued for page 3 knowing full well how far in you got so she could coast through with your work. It would have been the same if you did the video, page 1 or 10. Your other partners are assholes for catering to her. Not the asshole. It would be rude not to delete what you did on page 3. Where would she put her work? She'd have to write around your clutter. You were just helping her out. In this case, yeah, screw her, not the asshole. In a professional setting, out of school, in the future, don't be stupid about this as it would be a waste of company time, not the coworker getting paid for their time. Edit. Added verdict. Not the asshole. I'm a big fan of pettiness like this. Well done op. Not the asshole and lol. In the days of cheesy British tabloids, a page 3 girl was a model who showed her boobs in the magazine. Call her that for fun. Not the asshole, but you do need to tell your teacher about what is going on. Just another warning that I didn't see anyone else mention. If she set up the pages and it is a Google service, she can restore previous versions of that work and get what you deleted back. I used this in one of my college classes recently and thought it was a nice feature in case anyone else in the group wanted to sabotage the project, but this could be a bad thing for you because she could easily get all of that information back. If I were you, I would inform the teacher about the situation and try to keep your original task, because if she knows or finds out about this feature then her task will be much easier thanks to you. Not the asshole. She wanted to do page 3. You're letting her do page 3. That doesn't mean, do page 3 after someone else does most of the groundwork. Not the asshole. Nah, fuck her, dude. If she wants to do page 3 so bad then she can actually do page 3. She's the asshole, not you at all. It's not fair for them to change what you're doing and then expect you to just hand over all your work. Not the asshole. So it's pretty obvious she wanted your work. Why else would she be so pissed you deleted it? If it was all your code and she hadn't added any of her code, then she should have no issue doing page 3. Make sure you let everyone in the group know this. Next week you will be 3/4 done with the video and she will announce she is doing the video and demand the work you did. Email the teacher yourself and explain before she does accuse you of deleting her work. Not the asshole, and I tip my hat to your pettiness. Not the asshole. She was trying to not have to do the work. That was her motive. Good for you. I'd message teacher first, explain situation. Beat her to the punch. Get the real story out. Not the asshole. She didn't do the work, why should she get to present it like she did? Also, I would send the page you had done to your teacher separately anyway and explain you had done this work on the agreement, it was your part beforehand. You only agreed to swap tasks to save conflict in the group and as such had less time for the video, as you had been working solely on the website per the previous agreement. May result in nothing but could give extra credit regardless. From union group projects I learned even if the group project goes to shit, your ability to show your work matters. Not the asshole, and this would be perfect for our malicious compliance. Not the asshole. You're completely right. If she doesn't want you to do that page and she wants to do it instead, she can do it all herself. That's the point of you guys splitting things up. She probably just expected to use your work. Even if she told a teacher, the teacher would say the same thing. OMG, get used to it, honey. Good job standing up for yourself. You will run across these type of people in college, as well. Don't let others take credit for your work, and get by on doing nothing while the rest of the group does everything. Not the asshole. And I say keep a record of any messages you can and send them to the teacher if she keeps being shitty, lax on her end of things. Group projects are the exact time to be petty and fight for yourself because people will absolutely take advantage of you during them. NTA she's only complained because she wanted to pass half of your work as hers. Sorry but nope, she needs to do her own work. She wanted page 3, she got it. Let the teacher know what's going on so in case she tries to say you deleted her work, you covered yourself. I hope you do great on your part. Not the asshole, and try to get ahead and email your teacher to tell them what happened. You don't want your studious groupmate to craft some sort of story. This happened to me in the past, and I've always regretted not speaking up and telling my professor what happened on my end, because only the other party was yapping about it and therefore set the narrative for both of us. Teacher here. I support this. Though if I were you, I would make sure everything is in writing going forward. Utilize chat, text, or email so if she pulls any more crap, you have documentation. Something similar happened to me last week and I'm still mad about it. I stand in solidarity with you on the petty train. Edit. Forgot to vote. Not the asshole, and please update us later. Not the asshole. If you weren't supposed to do page 3, then you making and deleting one on your own was just a fun personal project you decided to do and she's not entitled to use that for class. Not the asshole. If she'd used your work, it would have been plagiarism. She has to learn to do her own work because if she keeps this up in college, if she gets there, she sounds like she's dumb and lazy, she'll get kicked out and maybe banned. Not that that has anything to do with you. But screw lazy, manipulative parasites like that. Not the asshole. I teach high school online right now OFC, and I can say with certainty that if your teacher is worth their weight at all, they would 200% side with you on this and potentially even reprimand your bad group mate. Sounds like your classmates are siding with you too, at least in your group, since they wanted you to give in to get her to stop fussing. Her parents might give her whatever she wants when she asks, but you certainly don't have to, nor do you owe her anything. Let her struggle on the hardest page. She's earned it. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. It'd be useful for you to create a group dialogue on social media with other participants where people could claim parts of assignments and discuss their progress. P.S. You could trade your page for some benefits. Here's what actually happened. She, being the lazy person she is, didn't want to do any of the work, hence why she didn't participate in the initial planning creation of the pages. She noticed that your page 3, was already almost done, and she would have to do basically no work, so she demanded that she be the one to do page 3 when she knew she never claimed it, and didn't do any of the work. She tried to exploit you and your work. She needs to learn the hard way to not do so, otherwise real life is gonna suck for her cause. That shit doesn't fly except when it does, and it sucks a lot. Not the asshole. Her reaction makes it obvious what she truly wanted, which was to not have to do any work. To see someone in high school make this much of a fuss over what part of the project they do is baffling, and I think it's apparent nobody wishes to deal with her nonsense. Good luck with your project, and hopefully she eventually pipes down. If they all had access to the web page already, she saw the work you already completed. This is exactly why she said she was supposed to do page 3 and wouldn't let it go. She was also banking on you leaving all that there. Good on you for not being a pushover. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You might want to inform the teacher as well in case she tries to say that you took her work. Screenshot conversations if you can as evidence. This sucks when this happens. Make sure you back up your code as well as the process. If possible, save all conversations with all members, including private ones, that you were doing page 3 but now the video. From this point on, make sure you have either written proof of what your job is or have access to the video and time so they can see where it was agreed upon. Not the asshole. However, you should email your teacher to explain the situation to them. This way she can't come back later and accuse you of not doing your share or sabotaging the project. Not the asshole. I'd send an email to the teacher to correct the record. Just in case she tries to cause more bullshit for you. Not the asshole. Just make sure to CYA with any chats that you can save, etc., just in case she escalates this further. You want to have proof of what happened. Make the best video you can possibly make. Not the asshole. In fact, what she was trying to do would have been a breach of academic integrity. Basically plagiarism, and college programs at least take that stuff super seriously. It's good that you already have the intestinal fortitude to shut that shit down. NTA, I don't even have to read the whole thing. Your work is your work. Period. Do with it what you will. I developed a program for one of my employers. They suspended me over some absolute BS. So I wiped all copies of my work, then I quit. Ended up costing them millions, because it was right near the deadline for the release, and they didn't have anyone in-house to replicate the program. So they chose to go with IBM software.